Hi, boys and girls. So yesterday in our science chapter, we started talking about objects in the sky. And we learned about the different things that we see in the daytime sky versus the nighttime sky. So today we're going to work on our brain check activity so that you can show me what you remember from what we learned yesterday. So if you get your science book out and you open up to the page for today, it looks like this. It is the brain check page, which is page 301. So if you want to open up your book to 301, I will go over this with you. If you want to pause this video while you are getting your book ready, you may do that. And if you already have it ready to go, I will go over the directions with you. So the directions on this page say to unscramble the letters to complete each sentence. Now up here inside this box, it kind of looks like a stretched out sun. These are the 5 vocabulary words that we learned yesterday when we went through the first part of our chapter. So this is the word sun, star, telescope, magnify, and moon. What you are going to do is go through each of these sentences and read the sentence and then try to figure out which word from this box fits in that blank space. Next to each of the sentences, you will see scrambled up letters that spell the word that is supposed to go on that line. So it's kind of like a hint to help you figure out which words go there. So I'm going to read each of the sentences to you, and you will decide which word is scrambled up here from the box that you should put on the line. So the first one says, the blank is a large ball of rock. So if you look over here, we have O-M-O-N. Those are the letters in the word we're looking for. So if you look up at the top, we can see that in our word bank here, which one of these words has 1, 2, 3, 4 letters with 2 O's, an M, and an N? Well, I see right here the word moon has those letters. So here on these lines, you're going to write that word moon, M-O-O-N. The moon is a large ball of rock. If you need to pause this video to finish writing that, you may. If you're ready to move on, I'll go on to the next one. Okay, the next sentence says, a blank gives off its own light. So take a look at the letters over here, T, A, S, and R. There's 4 letters there. And then look up at your word bank at the top of your page and figure out which word you think goes on that line. And you can pause, write it down, and when you're ready, you can unpause and we'll go on to the next one. All right, this sentence says, a blank is a tool for making things look bigger. So it's a really long word here. You can see it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters. So if we go up to the top and look, well, I've got 2 long words. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, only 7 there. So it must be this word telescope. So if you want to pause the video and write the word telescope in there, and you can use your word bank to help you spell it correctly. A telescope is a tool for making things look bigger. The next one, the blank is the star we see in the day. So it's 3 letters, U, S, and N. Figure out which word from the word bank it is and write it on the lines here. Again, you can pause if you need more time. And the last one here says, to blank is to make things look bigger. So looking here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters there. And if you look up at the top, the one with 7 letters was this word magnify. So you're going to write the word magnify there. To magnify is to make things look bigger. So when you are finished writing that, we will move on to the next page. You turn your page. And this side says apply concepts. Fill in the diagram to compare. Use the words below. So you're going to use the words here in this yellow box, sun, stars, clouds, and moon. And you will decide, are those objects things you would see in the daytime sky, the nighttime sky, or both daytime and nighttime skies? Once you decide where those words go, you will write them in this diagram. And as you write them, you can cross them off from the box so that you know you already wrote them down. If you want to pause the video and work on that, I will help you with the bottom once you are done. Okay, down here at the bottom, it says draw a nighttime sky full of stars. So in this box, we already see the moon there. Fill in with the color of what the nighttime sky would look like and fill it with stars. Now this page, boys and girls, front and back, you'll take a picture and upload it to Class Dojo because I want to give you some points for doing that brain check page. The next page in your book is about Galileo Galilei. So if you'll go to that next page with me, it says 4 things to know about Galileo Galilei. Now I'll tell you, Galileo was an astronomer, and we're going to read some facts about him on both sides of this page. And I'm also going to give you a link to just a short, cute little video that will tell you more about Galileo. So things to know about Galileo Galilei. Number 1, Galileo lived in Italy more than 400 years ago. Number 2, his telescope made objects look 20 times bigger. Number 3, he discovered sunspots on the sun. Number 4, he found out that the planet Jupiter has 4 moons. Very interesting. You turn your page to page 304, this leads to that. It says Galileo used his telescope to observe the sun and planets. Now his telescope right here, this is a replica of what his telescope that he invented looked like. This looks quite different from the telescopes that we use today, but again, he invented this over 400 years ago. So we know that over time it's gotten changed and developed and a little bit better than it was back when he first invented it. Galileo also proved that the Earth moves around the sun. Some people used to think that the sun moved around the Earth, but he was able, using his telescope, to figure out that it's the sun stays here and it's the Earth that moves around the sun. So that's a pretty cool thing that he was able to prove using his telescope. So it says in this yellow box, people used to think that the sun moved around the Earth, but Galileo proved that was wrong. Why do you think that's important? Go ahead and write a couple of words or sentences telling me why you think that's important. Don't forget that the first page we worked on needs to be uploaded to Class Dojo, and we will work on some more subjects in a bit. See you later.